Hey, Mike, we are live with our regular Tuesday StreamYard. How are you this afternoon?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. So, first announcement I want to make is next Tuesday, we're actually going to have two StreamYards. We're going to have our normal 2:30-ish StreamYard of a topic yet to be determined. And then later on in the evening at 6:30 live, same thing on Facebook. If you want to get to know Mike and I a little bit more, we're going to do 25 questions with Dr. Mike and Dr. Noah. It'll be on about 6:30. I suspect it'll go, I don't know, 30 minutes or so. But it's a lot of fun. I have Mike's 25 answers, but I haven't looked at them, so I'm going to save that for a surprise for myself. But I think you guys will get a lot out of it.
Absolutely. So we're looking forward to it next Tuesday, the 20th. That'll be at 6:30. Just tune right into our Facebook channel, Health Coaching Academy, and I think it'll be entertaining at the very least, and of course educational as
Yep.
always.
Yep. And then, of course, for those of you who can't tune in, we'll email it out to you either that night or the next morning for sure.
Absolutely.
All right, Mike. So, you and I, for ourselves and for our kids and our family and our wives, we've been, interested in recovery and biohacking gadgets. Both of us own different biohacking gadgets, and about 2 weeks ago, I picked up a new biohacking gadget that I've wanted for a little while. They're not too costly. They're not too cheap. They're somewhere moderate range. But I picked up a PEMF mat, or a pulsed electromagnetic field mat from Higher Dose.
Yeah. So why don't you take us through this because I've heard of this, but I've never actually investigated it. So a PEMF, what does that? What does it actually stand for?
All right, pulsed electromagnetic field. So, most of us are familiar with grounding. It's becoming uh, pretty common. It was in my local paper recently. And grounding is getting connected to the earth. Getting your feet in the ground, getting your feet in the sand, getting in fresh water, getting in salt water. And it may not be exactly the same, but pulsed electromagnetic frequency is very similar to grounding, except that it comes from a mat. You plug it in, and this mat generates the same frequencies. It mimics the Earth's gravitational field and other frequencies found in nature, and it helps heal your cells. It helps regenerate your cells. It helps to promote relaxation. It helps the recovery process. And that primarily what I'm most interested in is recovery for myself and right now for Hayden, but of course for Kellen in the future as well.
That's cool. So there's been, I think Joe Mercola came out with mats that you put under, or it was like a sheet that you used for grounding, a grounding mat.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
so how does this differ than what like Mercola put out years ago?
I think those mats are exactly like grounding when you're literally on the earth.
Okay.
These new mats are constantly pulsing. That's where the pulse comes from. It's pulsing out electromagnetic frequencies. And we both have friends that I'm not going to name their names that use these mats um, for the healing process, for fractures, for bone fractures, and to help recover and to heal from cancer. I'm not saying it's a treatment for cancer, but that's what these people are using these PEMF mats for. Um,
Cool.
there are a ton of different brands and companies,
Yep.
but from time to time too on our little uh, live streams, we also highlight a company, and I guess that's what we should do today.
Yeah.
The one I bought was from Higher Dose.
Hmm.
Higher Dose has a variety of biohacking and self help gadgets. They have topicals, supplements, but I own the Higher Dose sauna blanket, which is exactly what it sounds like. And because I don't have the space for a full sauna, it's like a sauna sleeping bag that generates infrared heat that heats your body up pretty hot. So I own that. I also own a Higher Dose copper brush for lymphatic brushing. Um, and most recently, I bought the PEMF Go Mat from Higher Dose, which is they have two mats. They have a big mat and a little bit of a travel size mat. So I really like the company. They really specialize in infrared. And the cool thing about this PEMF mat that I just purchased is that it has a heating infrared option in it as well. So when you lay down, this sucker can heat up to 70 degrees Celsius for those Canadians listening, which kind of equates to about 158 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's got a heating sensation plus this PMF function as well, and it's good. It's high quality. It's easier than a sauna blanket for sure. There's no cleanup involved, if you're wondering what kind of frequencies, it basically has 4 levels of frequencies, and they each like delta, alpha, theta, and the lower frequencies are for more recovery, and the higher frequencies are more for stimulating. But if anybody's interested in those things, like we have, Mike, we have no affiliation with Higher Dose, other than I like their products. But if you're looking for a recovery tool or a good company that has a ton of really good products, I would suggest checking them out.
I believe I heard them last year on Ben Greenfield's podcast.
Yes.
That's the first place that I heard them. So if you go back and you look on Ben Greenfield's podcast list, you got to go back to last year. I remember listening on the way down to Virginia.
Oh,
so higherdose.com.
Yep, really simple. Yeah, and you're right, Mike. Ben Greenfield, he has an affiliation with them, and he has all their products and uses all of them. I know because I listen to Ben Greenfield too, as you know, and he has the sauna blankets, he has the PEMF mats. The other person that recommends them as well, and has an affiliation with them for sure, is one of our other mentors, is Chris Kresser, recommends them on a regular basis as well.
Absolutely.
And I'll give you a little tip, Mike, and for whoever's listening. Around every single holiday, Labor Day, Memorial Day, Black Friday, Christmas, they always put out a 20% discount code every single time. So that's when I scooped up my PMF mat with a 20% discount.
There we go. That is perfect.
Oh, let me talk about one last thing that they have that I think is going to be the next thing I purchase from them. I've been doing red light therapy, and I know you do it, Mike, and I know your daughter uses it. Hayden uses it, and that's another recovery tool. And they have a red light mask. It's literally like a mask that you put on your face, and that's for collagen production. You know, it's kind of, I guess it's kind of like a vein thing, wrinkles, healthier looking skin. And I think that's going to be the next thing I purchase from them as well. Trying to keep my youthful appearance, Mike.
There you go. You'll be wearing that for Halloween.
All right. Don't forget about next week. 2 StreamYards, 2:30, 6:30. We're open today, full staff till 6 o'clock, and have a great day.
Bye, guys. Have a good one.